size of his feet. Cahuta Wilderness. This map shows Bigfoot zones in North Georgia. Chattahoochee National Forest. We are here right now. So as you walk in, they've got the prayer flags, and here's Laurie, and she's made a couple of friends. I guess this is Pete and Repeat. Expedition Bigfoot, Blue Ridge, Georgia. So we just got our actual tickets punched, old school style. And here we got trackers, and there's Paul Freeman, Bob Titmus, Bill Munns, Tom Slick, John Bindernagel, Dr. Grover Krantz, John Green, Ron Moorhead, Renee DeHendren, Roger Patterson, Bob Gimlin, Peter Byrne, Dr. Jeff Meldrum. Who else do we have? Scott Taylor. Oh, Jerry Crew. And Matt Moneymaker. So they're all recognized here in the lobby. A map of North Carolina sightings and trackways in Georgia. If you're in the area, you should check this place out. The Boggy Creek Monster, Fouke, Arkansas. We have stills from the movie, some newspaper articles, and a three-toed print found in W.M. Smith Beanfield in 1971. Native American tribes have performed ritual dances in handmade Sasquatch costumes for hundreds of years, traditionally made from bear skins and painted ceremonial masks. Each tribe had their own name for these creatures. This is actually painted on a rock on the Tule River Indian Reservation. It's approximately 1,000 years old.
This accounts for some of Zana's descendants being quite human, and even to this day, they're not on their guard. I think the Russians really have discovered, and that is down the centuries, that there are primitive remnants of very, very early man, almost Stone Age, and that these people have existed, and they still exist, in many remote parts of the earth.
Peter Byrne. Doyle Holmes and his son Nathan discovered a line of tracks in November 2004 at the lower end of Mercer Bayou, and he cast this track. Lyle Blackburn is given credit. I think it's as long as my forearm. This was a dog pen, and apparently Bigfoot crushed in Fouke, Arkansas.
Ideas of the relict hominoid.
British journalist Odette Chernin has been working closely with Russian scientists.
Something that has escaped, that hasn't found a slot in what is
I was even appalled richer for my association with them, but unfortunately, this time, without a worthwhile discovery. To imagine anything wilder or more rugged than this stern country. Thousands of square miles.
There are photos of different animal hairs, including purported Sasquatch hair.
The creature, which may have originated in China, came into contact with early man and was driven into the mountains to survive. He became a nomad following the Eurasian mountain range into the Himalayas, and at the same time moved northwest into Russia.
Florida has their version called the skunk ape.
The mountains remind me of a line from a poem by Robertson Jeffers. Heartbreaking beauty that will endure when there's no heart to break for it. Superstitious people, the Yeti has become ingrained in their religion and folklore. Every Nepalese holds a firm belief in the existence of some such man-like creature.
This is a skunk ape cast from Nobleton, Florida in '79.
loosely translated means abominable snowman. And so the creature became monsterized.
Skunk ape in the green swamp of 2019. This is big and broad.
According to the show, the Yeti has come down to the snow.
Here's a tree twist.
How old would you say this was?
Bigfoot signs. Signs you may have a Bigfoot creeping through your woods. Signs of Bigfoot that you may see. Twisted limbs and branches. Stick structures. Sometimes nests.
This is the poop that nobody
Oh,
believes.
check this out. This is Bigfoot poop.
36 inches.
Bigfoot poo that was collected by Dr. Matthew Johnson in Oregon, South Oregon, in 2016 on a logging road.
The Holy Rabbi, I was told, knew of the Yeti at first hand and could provide new clues for me to follow in my search.
There it is on the back of the truck when they first found it.
Oh, wow. As you can see, it's pretty busy at Expedition Bigfoot. And David and his staff, they are so nice. This place is so cool. If you're in the area, stop by and check it out. Don't you agree, Laurie?
Absolutely.
This exhibit is representing the Ape Canyon incident that happened to Fred Beck and 4 or 5 others not far from Mount St. Helens back in 1964, where they were attacked overnight by Sasquatch, or what they call mountain devils, throwing rocks and beating on their cabin because someone the day prior had shot or claimed they had shot one that fell over in a ravine, and that night his colleagues were avenging his death by attacking the cabin. And then later that region was called Ape Canyon. And that's Fred Beck's affidavit. Attesting to the event. This is the actual Winchester rifle he used. And you can see the large hands and arm coming through the top of the door. If you do visit, make sure you sign the guest book. I'm really kind of glad to see this place is so busy. The mounting evidence for giants in our ancient past is growing every year.
There were also found in the mounds the skeletons, presumably of women, which had similar heads but were similar in facial characteristics. The skeletons were embedded in charcoal and covered over with layers of baked clay. While excavating, the mound is latent. Delaware indicates that a heretofore unknown race of men once inhabited southern Wisconsin.
Now this is Raven. Hey Raven, how'd you like to run into that thing?
designed and created by Darren Manchester, Ohio.
And even President Teddy Roosevelt wrote in his book, The Wilderness Hunter, about these creatures in 1882. These are witness sketches or drawings.
Because I'd heard about them, you know, done some reading about them. But as far as a Bigfoot, I thought that was something that existed out in California. I just thought that was something somebody made up to make money off of. Well, I jumped down off my stand, and I'm running to the west to get to my truck. And I look over my left shoulder, and this creature is running through the woods, and it is just moving brush. It's running through the brush, and it's bulldozing the brush down. And I knew, man, this thing is going to get me. It is mad. It is PO'd. It's going to get me. Well, I'm coming up on my truck, and I'm thinking, well, I got to stop.
This is a butt print. These skeletal figures represent just a few giant human remains unearthed and documented in the historical records, along with the historical accounts of Goliath. Look how many Native American Sasquatch names there are. The Yeti.
Oh, this is that. That's what this is.
The photo and print are from a 1 mile long trail of footprints found at 18,000 feet in 1951 in the Himalayas. Moving on through, this exhibit is about recordings people have made in the wild. Here's a Sierra Cast by Ron Moorhead. There's Ron Moorhead. Voices in the Wilderness. What does Bigfoot eat? Crayfish, minnows, shellfish, rabbits, chicken, deer. Even a dog every now and then. Raspberries, blueberries, roadkill. Mice wrapped in grass like a wrap. Apples. This is from the John Green Archives.
And that all the progress man has made meant absolutely nothing in this place.
On this wall, there are different names for. In Georgia's the devil monkey, the wood booger in Virginia, white thing in Alabama, the Ohio grass man, the Florida skunk ape, the Honey Island swamp monster, the Falk monster, Boojum from North Carolina. Green pegs are first-hand visual sightings. Yellow, where the animal's not clearly seen, glimpses, and red, pink. Georgia. They thin out in mid-state and go all the way down to South Georgia. Over here we have Florida. There's quite a few in Florida. All the way down to the Everglades. Georgia's Elkins Creek cast. Thermal ridges. Now, Elkins Creek is down south of Atlanta, down by Griffin. And here is that cast. And this was cast by Deputy James P. Aiken down in Pike County in '97. It's pretty big. Oh, this was cast by Josh Gates of Expedition Unknown. On the Destination Truth Nepal edition in 2007. There's a photo of Josh. Now this one is supposed to be a baby Bigfoot from central Pennsylvania. Wow. Bigfoot handcast by Paul Freeman in the Blue Mountains of Washington, 1986. Brian Smith cast this in Idaho in 2001. Here's another hand print. This one's by Ivan Marks in 1970 in Washington. And this is cast by a sheriff, Dennis Hereford, in Grays Harbor, Washington, 1982. Now this was cast by Lauren Coleman in 1962 with a, I think they call it a divergent big toe. Of course, everybody knows the legend of Boggy Creek, and if you don't, find it and watch it. The Wild Man of Kentucky, which is now showing actually. And here's the creature from Black Lake. Tom Slick and the Hunt for the Abominable Snowman. And here's a broken original 16-inch Bluff Creek cast. This is a alleged Pangboche hand or Yeti hand that's kept climate controlled. This is some of Tom Slick's expedition paraphernalia. Here's a copy of a 15-inch Bob Titmus cast, originally made November 2nd, 1959. Another climate-controlled container with a Yeti scalp from Nepal. Bigfoot through history. We got a knuckle print cast by Paul Freeman. Knuckle print cast by Paul Freeman. We have purported Sasquatch hair. Here we have the cripple footprint cast by Dr. Grover Krantz in Washington State. And these two bulges indicate what he says is the individual was crippled. And this is the right foot. This is the right foot of cripple foot. The Dr. Krantz cast. This is a Bob Titmus casting, or he found it in Bluff Creek. And I believe this is Patty from the Patterson-Gimlin film footage from 1967. And this was cast near Bluff Creek in 1964 by Pat Graves, the Laird Meadow Road footprint. The Atlanta Constitution. There's a picture of Jerry Crew holding that print he made in the late 50s in California. These are witness reports that they haven't even had a chance to put up on the map yet. And this is a map of the Chattahoochee National Forest with reports of all different sorts, from footprints to sightings, day and night. So, I don't know. What do you think? Well, I'm kidding. I think they're out there. Check this out. This is Bobo from Finding Bigfoot's autograph on this wood knocker.
Yeah, it's a really good place to
Bobo.
Y'all have a good day now.
A long, extensive list of productions featuring Bigfoot. So we're coming out, and they got a great gift shop. A lot of cool stuff. I know I'm going to be getting a t-shirt today and probably some decals. Mothman. They've got patches. Cool old cameras. Patterson-Gimlin footage. Gigantopithecus replica jaw. Various memorabilia, even some trading cards with bubble gum. Bandanas, buttons, magnets, shot glasses, DVDs, lots of cool stuff.
Sir.
This is Matt at Expedition
Bigfoot, the Sasquatch Museum.
Cherry Log.
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
Yep, Cherry Log, Blue Ridge, Georgia. Yes, sir.
Check it out. This place is so cool. Stop by. Say hi. Research and Reporting Center. So if you have a Bigfoot encounter, report it here if you're in North Georgia. I see one there.